The maintenance bay of Station Kepler 442 hummed with the usual symphony of plasma torches and pneumatic drills. Orla wiped grease from her hands, surveying the Javelin-class fighter she'd just finished patching. 3 puncture wounds in the hull, courtesy of Zenthari raiders, standard Tuesday. "Orla, you've got a visitor at Bay 7, crackled Lewis's voice through her comm. Her fellow mechanic sounded uncertain, which was unusual. Lewis had seen everything in 15 years of station work. She made her way past rows of damaged vessels, finding Lewis standing before the oddest sight she'd encountered in her career. A Drakmorian sat hunched beside a battered cargo shuttle, his iridescent scales dulled by malnutrition, wings folded tight against his reptilian body. The dragon-like alien was massive even in his diminished state, easily 12 feet tall. "May I have leftovers, sir?" The Drakmorian rasped in broken standard, looking up at Lewis with enormous amber eyes. "Ship broken. No credits." "Hungry 3 days." Orla's chest tightened. Drakmorians were apex predators from a death world, their kind legendary for pride and ferocity. To see one begging was like watching a star collapse. Lewis shifted uncomfortably. "I was just about to grab lunch. I'll bring you something." "Wait," Orla said, approaching slowly. She'd learned about Drakmorian culture during her xenobiology courses. Charity wounded their honor. "What's your name?" "Kreshtar of Clan Emberwind," the alien replied, straightening slightly despite his weakness. "Kreshtar, I'm Orla, that's Lewis. Your shuttle needs repairs?" The Drakmorian's head dipped in shame. "Coolant system failed. Cannot afford repair. Cannot leave system. Cargo contract canceled. No money for food or fuel." Orla examined the shuttle, ancient model, held together by determination and prayer. But she noticed something else. The cargo bay had been modified with expensive environmental controls. "What were you transporting?" "Medicinal spores. From Drakmorian breeding world to colony Icarus 9. Children there sick. Spores need exact temperature, exact humidity." His voice cracked. "I failed them." Lewis returned to Orla's side, having caught the last part. He met her eyes, and she saw the same thought reflected there. Humans had a reputation in the galaxy. Stubborn, emotional, ridiculously pack-bonded with anything that moved. Their species had clawed their way from nuclear near extinction to becoming the galaxy's most prolific fixers, builders, and defenders. Some called them soft. Orla preferred determined. "How long until those spores die?" she asked. 36 hours. But impossible. Repair costs 4,000 credits minimum. Orla pulled out her datapad, fingers flying. "Lewis, grab the quantum coolant regulator from Bay 3. And that vortex heat exchanger we pulled from the military contract." Lewis grinned. "The one we accidentally ordered extra of?" "That's the one." Kreshtar's head snapped up. "No, cannot accept charity. Drakmorian honor." "This isn't charity," Orla interrupted, meeting those amber eyes directly. In them, she saw what Lewis must have seen, not pride or ferocity, but desperation wrapped around hope. "You're going to work for it. We need someone with your strength to help us move cargo containers. It's brutal work. We'll feed you, fix your ship, and you'll earn every credit through labor. Deal?" The Drakmorian studied her face, then Lewis's. Something shifted in his expression. Recognition, perhaps, or gratitude too deep for words. "Deal," Kreshtar whispered. For the next 30 hours, Station Kepler 442's maintenance bay became a hub of frantic activity. Orla and Lewis worked in perfect synchronization, their hands moving with practiced efficiency through the shuttle's ancient systems. Kreshtar, fed and regaining strength, lifted cargo containers that would have required mechanized equipment. His raw power was astounding. But more than that, he observed everything. Asked questions, learned. "Why help?" he asked Orla during a brief rest, watching her recalibrate the environmental controls. "Drakmorians and humans, we have no alliance. No trade agreements. I am nothing to you." Orla paused, considering her answer. "On Earth, we have a saying. I was hungry and you gave me food. Humans believe that when someone needs help, you help. Simple as that." "Not simple," Kreshtar rumbled. "Most species, they see chance for profit. For advantage." Lewis joined them, wiping coolant from his forearms. "Maybe we're just stupid that way. Can't help ourselves." "Not stupid," Kreshtar said firmly. "Humans are good." 26 hours after Kreshtar had arrived, his shuttle lifted from the bay with a purr of perfect engines. The environmental controls hummed at optimal levels, preserving the precious cargo. Orla and Lewis watched from the observation deck as the ship oriented toward Icarus 9. "He tried to pay us," Lewis said, holding up a small object, a scale, shimmering with inner fire. "Said it's a Drakmorian oath token. Means we have a friend for life." Orla smiled. "One more for the collection. You know what the other species say about us, right? That we'd befriend a black hole if it looked sad enough." "Yeah," Orla said, watching the shuttle's engines flare as it jumped to FTL. "They're probably right." In the maintenance bay below, another damaged ship was already waiting. Another story, another chance to prove why humanity had earned their place among the stars. Not through superior weapons or advanced technology, but through something simpler and infinitely more powerful. The willingness to look into desperate eyes and see not a stranger, but someone worth saving. That was the human miracle. And it happened every single day.